there, maybe, and Derek will take one gentleman.
Good evening. Thank you, sir. It's KICC, and I'm in manufacturing within value addition space. And I just want to and ask. I have gone to several establishments, and this is just a personal thing. You know, when you see the king, you ask the king for something. And I have gone and I have dropped my locally manufactured products at Weston Hotel. And at Weston Hotel. And the chef has approved it. However, I have not yet received, because whatever it is that I have been able to give, the chef has said yes, but the bureaucracy sometimes within the system can be very discouraging, because here we are talking about promoting local products, promoting local manufacturers, but yet when we go to the ground, people within the offices, they become stumbling blocks in order for us to be able to, to penetrate. So my question to you, sir, is, so my business is Too Much Sauce. That's the name of my business. And we make locally manufactured products such as sauces, marinades, and I want that job.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my dear. That question actually should be answered by Carol. Because the establishment you have said is private sector. I run the public sector. Carol is the one. Why do we have bureaucracy in the private sector?
Thank you very much. So let's ask a sector question, then but it's true. I think we are learning bad manners about bureaucracies, and we need to show by example. And I think we'll start doing also self-regulation. We have the associations within. I mean, we have the hotel keepers who are our members here, and those are some of the questions we'll be taking to them to start doing self-regulation within their establishments, within the subsectors.
Very good. So those people in the hotel keepers, they're called what?
The Hotel Keepers Association?
Yes, the association should answer that lady. Why Weston is not, has bureaucracy.
Any sector question? Sector-wide question?
There's a gentleman there.
Okay.
Thank you so much. My name is Tom Onditi. I am founder, rather Gen Z founder. And I have a question regarding access to government procurement opportunities. So, in our space, we've realized that for these opportunities, for you to get as a young founder, it's very hard, because you realize that it requires a lot of documentation. Specifically, okay, my biggest problem, let me say from my standpoint, is the requirement of financial documentations which maybe you don't have. And that has become really a big challenge to people in the SME space, specifically young founders. I don't know if it is something that is followed to the latter, because many a times it becomes so competitive, and even for those that are marked AGPO, it's very hard for you to get. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Competition is the name of the game. You know, any procurement process need to have competitors. The reason why we ring fence certain items for AGPO, that is for young people, for women, and people living with disability, it doesn't mean that they automatically, a person automatically gets. There is still competition in there within that ecosystem. There will be more than one person, more than one young person competing. There will be more than one woman competing. There will be other people competing in that space. And of course, because standards have to be set you have to meet the criteria for that procurement. Maybe the question you are asking me is the criteria too onerous for most young people to meet? That's a conversation we can have so that we can see if the criteria is too onerous, locking out almost all the intended beneficiaries. That is an exercise we can interrogate, and we have made it a policy decision as part of our contracting, performance contracting, to make sure that every accounting officer of a government entity must demonstrate how they have met the 30% procurement for ACBO, people living with disability, women and young people. But that is an exercise I am willing to interrogate more and to listen more to your views and your suggestions.
I think, Your Excellency, that's a question we've had many times. The processes for young people are almost impossible, so it locks them out. And so they say, you know how we used to have the kazi kwa vijana those days, and you say kazi kwa vijana but pesa kwa wazee, because it would lock them out. And I think that's the same process and something I think we can address together as we go forward. I think we'll end there because of interest of time, but Your Excellency, before you sit down, because we never got to listen to the big panel, I just wanted to introduce to you, and maybe they'll just stand where they are, except for Mzee Manu, who is the founding chair of